multiple times. The international law based on the purposes and principles of the UN Charter is the foundation of the existing international order. It must be safeguarded. We urge the US side to stop using the so-called China threat to use as a pretext to gain selfish gains.
Selfish things.
Isn't this rich? China going to bat for democracy and wrapping itself in the UN Charter. By the way, you just lost the building as far as I'm concerned when you bring up UN Charter, Sheila.
Wow. You know, like, I get why China's like this, but they could have made a different argument, not based on democracy, since you drive tanks over democracy protesters.
Yeah.
Like, are we just pretending like Tiananmen Square didn't happen? Are we pretending that the Hong Kong protests didn't happen, that you don't have the whatever that is the public safety law in Hong Kong, where if you express a sentiment contrary to the state, they'll just come get you? Like, they arrested Cardinal Zen under that. Mm-hmm. Like, the Catholic cardinal there, they arrested him under that because he was a little bit too anti-CCP for the likes of them. Are we just pretending like there isn't a constant threat that they're going to take over Taiwan any given day?
And Greenland, as we mentioned before the break. I mean, as much as Donald Trump's getting so much heat, don't forget that Russia and China have their eyes on Greenland. And really, of the 50,000 or so inhabitants of Greenland, if you had a choice, Russia, China, or the United States of America, what would you rather be part of? Especially given, you know, Sheila, this gets lost in the rhetoric. Greenland has an incredible, vast, untapped reservoir of minerals.
Right.
And to me, it's win-win to be under the American protective umbrella and to develop that country's natural mineral wealth for the wealth of Greenlanders, who I understand, Sheila, and I don't know what the dynamic is. Evidently, when a Greenlander goes to Denmark, they're not really treated that well. I have no idea why, but I'm trying to figure out what the downside is.
It's the same as when a Westerner goes to Ottawa, I suspect. But,
yeah, maybe that's a good analogy.
There is a strong, I don't want to say separatist because it's wrong, independence sentiment amongst Greenlanders. Was last week, maybe 2 weeks ago, that the leader of the Greenland opposition party, my Greenland politics are not up to snuff for me to be properly commenting on this, but we did all watch him go on CBC with David Cochrane, and he's like, well, it's up to Greenlanders, isn't it? Like, basically saying the Danes don't get a say. Perhaps we do want to join the Americans. And it's for us to decide. And I was like, yeah, good for you. Exactly how I feel.
That's right. As I understand it, the people of Greenland have a referendum power to decide their fate. I'm really wondering, Sheila, if they did have a referendum on this issue, which way it goes. I mean, whenever I hear mainstream media outlets, they're finding every single Greenlander that's scared of Donald Trump in the U.S. Is that really representative of? I'm
not sure. Because their opposition party seems pretty independence-minded, and we haven't even heard what the Americans are offering yet. I want to know what they're offering me, let alone the people of Greenland. Like, you know, if Trump rolled in there and said, okay, well, there's like 11 of you in Denmark or in Greenland, we give you a bunch of money and American citizenship, what would they say?
And, well, why don't we throw to a video, a quip. This is why I just so love Trump's sense of humor. He was talking about how Denmark muscling up, at least symbolically, by sending some troops along with some other European nations over to Greenland. Let's hear what President Trump had to say about that.
About things such as that, not going to happen. We're not, I can't rely on Denmark being able to fend themselves off. They were talking about they put an extra dog, and they were serious about this. They put an extra dog sled there last month. they added a second dog sled. That's not going to do the trick.
Denmark fought alongside the United States in both Afghanistan.
Thank you for
and
telling me
Iraq.
that. I appreciate it.
But
I have a very good relationship with Denmark, and we'll see how it all works out. I think something will work out. Yep.
Amazing. Let's put it this way, Sheila, and you can ask the Inuit this or anyone else. Skidoo, snowmobiles, trump dog sleds.
Yeah,
Forget about the
snowmobiles.
dog sled in the 21st
Skidoo is a Bombardier product. Snowmobiles. I think was it Mark Carney? Was he contemplating sending Canadians
Yes,
to
he
Denmark
is.
or
Contemplating.
to Greenland?
What a big
Greenland?
mistake that'll be. And if he does, it's more evidence that he does not want a trade deal with the U.S.
Well, it's so confrontational unnecessarily. Well, by the way, what are we going to do? Throw a box of tampons at the Americans? Like what? Like, what are you thinking?
No, well, as always, what he's thinking, I think, Sheila, is what's good for Brookfield. So that, at the end of the day, is what drives a Mark Carney decision.